When you think of Selena Gomez, you likely picture a glammed-up red carpet star, a pop hitmaker with billion-stream bangers, or a beauty mogul behind a multi-billion-dollar brand. But behind that shine is a reality that's far less sparkly. This is not the story of a fallen star, it's the deeply human journey of someone who never chose to become a symbol of resilience, yet became one anyway. And the truth? Her life behind the scenes is far darker, far braver, and far more inspiring than most fans ever realized. The Silent Storm. Selena's first brush with the darker side of fame came not from a scandal, but from a disease. In the early 2010s, she was diagnosed with lupus, an autoimmune condition that causes chronic inflammation and can attack the body's own tissues and organs. For years, she kept the diagnosis under wraps, showing up on sets, stages, and social media like everything was fine. But lupus was wreaking havoc internally, causing fatigue, depression, and physical deterioration. By 2015, things became unmanageable. She underwent chemotherapy and took a break from the spotlight, sparking tabloid rumors that had nothing to do with the truth. In 2016, she abruptly canceled her revival tour after only a few months, citing the emotional and physical toll lupus had taken on her. Fans were confused. Critics speculated. But behind the scenes, Selena was in the midst of a health crisis that could have ended her life. A friend's organ, a second chance. The disease didn't let up. In 2017, Selena's lupus began to attack her kidneys, leading to a condition known as lupus nephritis. Her kidney function dropped dangerously low, and doctors told her she needed a transplant. Enter Francia Reza, Selena's longtime friend and fellow actress, who stepped forward to donate her kidney. In September 2017, the transplant took place. The surgery was successful, but not without complications. During recovery, Selena's new kidney began turning, causing an artery to rupture. She was rushed into emergency surgery to repair the damage using a vein from her leg. It was life or death, she later recalled in interviews. The emotional toll was equally brutal. While Selena expressed eternal gratitude to Francia, their friendship later suffered under the weight of medical, personal, and public pressures. Rumors of a rift swirled for years, fueled in part by public comments, Instagram unfollowings, and awkward silence on both sides. Though they later appeared to reconcile, it was another example of how life-threatening illness could ripple far beyond the physical. The battle inside her mind. While lupus attacked her body, another war raged quietly within Selena's mind. Anxiety and depression had always haunted her, but the intensity increased during and after her kidney transplant. In 2018, she suffered a terrifying episode of psychosis. She became delusional, confused, and had to be hospitalized. It was a wake-up call both for her and those close to her. In 2020, Selena publicly revealed she had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. At first, she didn't know what to do with the diagnosis. "I didn't want to believe it," she said in interviews. But gradually, through therapy, medication, and support, she came to embrace it, not as a weakness, but as a powerful part of her identity. In 2022, she released the Apple TV Plus documentary My Mind and Me, which chronicled her mental health struggles over 6 years. The film revealed moments of raw vulnerability, including breakdowns, suicidal thoughts, and the pressure of living under a microscope. It was not a PR piece, it was real, uncomfortable, and unapologetically honest, and that made it revolutionary. The bedroom she refused to sleep in. In October 2024, during a candid interview at the Wondermind Mental Health Summit, Selena made a startling admission. She no longer slept in her own bedroom. The room reminded her of what she called a very dark time, where she would lie awake crying, barely able to function. That same bedroom had once been her sanctuary, but had become a place of pain. She transformed it into a workspace instead, choosing to sleep elsewhere in her home. That small detail, so ordinary and yet so heartbreaking, captured what millions with depression experience. Sometimes even your bed can betray you. Hopes for motherhood shattered and rewritten. As if lupus, psychosis, bipolar disorder, and organ failure were not enough, Selena faced another devastating reality in 2024. She would not be able to carry children. In a deeply personal interview with Vanity Fair, she shared that her health conditions and the medications she must take for life make pregnancy dangerous for both her and the baby. "I'll never be able to carry my own children," she admitted. She grieved that truth, but also expressed hope. Surrogacy and adoption remain options she embraces fully. Her own mother was adopted, and she sees alternative paths to motherhood not as lesser, but as powerful. Selena received an outpouring of support, but not everyone was kind. At the 2024 Women in Film event, she addressed the criticism head-on. "If anyone tells you vulnerability is weakness, you can kindly tell them to shit," she said with a smile. Body shaming, bloating, and the small intestinal bacterial overgrowth diagnosis. Between fluctuating medications, hormone imbalances, and surgery recovery, Selena's weight has gone up and down like a reality show plot twist. But while fans saw photos and speculated, few understood the real reason. She was battling small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. The condition causes painful bloating, irregular digestion, and chronic discomfort. In late 2024, Selena revealed the diagnosis after being relentlessly body-shamed on social media. "I have SIBO," she posted. "That's why my body looks the way it does. I don't care anymore." She made it clear that beauty standards don't dictate her value. "I'm not a model. I'm a human being, and I'm done apologizing for that." Career wins amid the chaos. Despite her personal battles, Selena Gomez has remained a powerhouse in music, TV, and business. In 2025, she released her fourth studio album, I Said I Love You First, which debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200 with her highest first-week sales to date, over 120,000 units. Her role in the musical drama Emilia Perez earned her major international acclaim, including an Ensemble Best Actress award at the Cannes Film Festival. She also starred in the third season of Only Murders in the Building alongside Steve Martin and Martin Short, receiving nominations for Golden Globes, Screen Actors Guild, and more. As a producer, Selena has championed mental health awareness through shows like 13 Reasons Why, and her business empire continues to thrive. Rare Beauty, her cosmetics line, has become a billion-dollar company praised for its mental health mission and inclusive branding. Wondermind, rare impact and real change. Beyond entertainment, Selena is reshaping how the world talks about mental health. She co-founded Wondermind, a mental fitness platform designed to normalize therapy, journaling, and emotional check-ins. It became one of Time's 100 most influential companies in 2023. Meanwhile, her Rare Impact Fund has raised over $16 million to support youth mental health organizations around the globe. She donates a portion of Rare Beauty's profits directly to this cause. For Selena, it's not about image, it's about impact. Humor, humanity, and the strength to keep going. Even in her darkest moments, Selena Gomez keeps her sense of humor. She's joked about retiring at 30, about Googling her own symptoms, and even about living with her kidney donor. Her comedic chops, especially on Only Murders, are sharp, self-aware, and rooted in her real-life pain. But more importantly, she's human. She's spoken about crying in bathrooms before red carpet events, canceling dates because of panic attacks, and feeling like she's failed despite massive success. Through it all, she shows up, and not just for her fans, for herself. This is what strength looks like. Selena Gomez's life behind the scenes is not a cautionary tale. It's a story of survival, resilience, and authenticity. It's what happens when a global icon refuses to pretend, refuses to be silent, and refuses to let illness define her. She doesn't have it all figured out. She still struggles. But she has transformed pain into purpose, vulnerability into power, and fame into a platform for change. So next time you see Selena smiling on a magazine cover or performing on stage, remember, that smile was earned. Not through privilege, but through perseverance. And that, dear reader, is what real strength looks like. Would you like this turned into a formatted PDF or article template for publishing? Or do you want to include her quotes, interviews, or social media highlights? If Selena's story moved you like it did us, smash that like button like it owes you a kidney. Don't forget to subscribe for more real, raw, and inspiring celeb deep dives. Got thoughts? Drop them in the comments. We read them all, even the spicy ones.